Good morning, everyone. Today, my sister Lindsay and I are going to be attempting to make some Mickey Mouse ears. So we're gonna share the experience with you. I don't know how it's gonna go because this is our first try. It's kind of like a test run, but fail or succeed, you guys get to see it all. And I'm gonna introduce my sister a little bit more since, you'll be seeing her a lot more in my vlogs, hopefully, throughout my Disney experience. But yeah, this is Lindsay.
Hello.
She is a sophomore in college. She's a cheerleader. Yay, rah rah. Yeah, and she works at Cedar Point, so we'll be going on some Cedar Point adventures sometime soon, and I'll be taking you guys with me, so look forward to that. So yeah, that's my lovely sister. I have another sister named Jenna, and they're actually twins, and so she's not here. You might see her later while we're making our ears, but... So look at all these fabrics. Oh, and Lindsay just found the Lion King.
Oh my gosh, look at Nemo.
And Nemo is the cutest. Look at those little characters. Oh,
another Nemo. Look at
that's Finding Dory. It's the blue one. They have the cutest fabrics here. I want them all, literally.
Moana.
And Moana. Oh my goodness, we might have to get this.
My favorite.
And they have an actual Disney section. It's the cute, like the cutest. Like, look at this. So the fabrics that I found for my ears are going to be a navy blue sequin with like a blush or a coral colored bow. It's kind of hard to see the color because of the lighting, but yeah. And Lindsay still has yet to find hers, but we're working on that. Now we're looking at stuff to bedazzle. Like where we glue or sew the ears onto the headband. And I found this, colored stuff, the jewels, and Lindsay found the same thing, just a little bit of, yeah, her ears are actually going to be really sequensy and sparkly, and her pink bow, and then she found these cute little rhinestone things to go on them. And now we're going to go find the stuffing and the foam to fill the ears up a little bit more. Alright, so Lindsay and I found our fabrics, and now we are off to find some headbands because apparently no one around here sells headbands, not even the craft store. So yeah, we're going to Walmart apparently. They're still turned off. And we just tried to go to Sally's Beauty Supply, and they open at 11 and it's 11:12. So we're going back to Walmart apparently. It is kind of chewy. I think it's because it's warm. So we're looking for those thick headbands that have the fabric on them, and all we can find are these stupid little colorful bright ones. So alright, so Walmart didn't have headbands either, and so I don't even know what to do. I called Packetans and they said they have 1-inch headbands that are just plain white, so that's our last resort. I guess we're just gonna wrap fabric around them so that they match the ears. But while we were there, I found this cool cassette thing. It's Bluetooth though, because I have a cassette player in my car and I always get the one with the little string, and it always breaks like 2 or 3 weeks after using it, and so I'm really irritated with it. But this one's Bluetooth, so no strings attached. And then what else did I buy? I bought a new phone charger because I bought a really cool like rope string phone charger that was 5.5 feet long, and it broke like a month after having it. It just like blew up, and so I bought this one. It's pink, very pretty, and it's supposed to be tangle free, so we'll see what happens. And Lindsay bought these cute sunglasses that she's trying to pics right now.
Very shishi.
Very shishi. She made up that word, shishi. I have no idea what it means. But anyways, tell the world what shishi means.
It's like chic but glam, you know? Like bougie, shishi kind of thing.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever
The
that
definition
means. I
tells.
don't even know what bougie means. I'm so out of the loop, so
You're
yeah.
old, Rena. You're old.
Story of my life, we got sidetracked and found other things to buy other than what we're actually here to buy. So off to Packatans we go. Alright, so it turns out we were able to find these headbands at Joann Fabrics. They're just kind of, I mean not Joann Fabrics, we went to Packatans. There's ribbon. We're gonna have to wrap around some fabric that matches around these, but yeah, so here's Lindsay. She's got the sequins for the ears, and this is gonna be her background because this is kind of like, you can see through it because it's like a mesh underneath. So she got this yellow to go underneath this as like a background, and then this is her bow, and this is what we're gonna line the outside of the ears with, or like the inside where we attach them to the headband. And then this is mine. We got the headband again. This is going to be my ear color. This, you can't really see the pattern through the sequins, but this is going to go underneath because this is also kind of mesh and see-through. And then this is going to be my bow color. All these little sequins are falling off. But yeah. And then this is what I'm going to outline the inside of the ear with. And then we got our foam. I've heard people are using 1/4 inch foam, but we just have a 1/2 inch because that's all we could find. And then we have jumbo size cotton balls that we're going to use for our stuffing. And Lindsay's over here setting up her sewing machine. And I have boxes everywhere in my house, so I apologize, but yeah. And I also just have to add in here that cassette tape thing that I bought that's Bluetooth, it doesn't work inside my cassette player for whatever reason. It like goes in and then it pops back out, and then if I like shove it and force it to stay in, it stays in and it plays music, but only my cat's falling off the windowsill. But anyways, only the right side of the car plays the music, the left side doesn't. But I'm gonna show you my cat here. So here's my cat. His name's Oliver. I got the name from Oliver and Company. But yeah. Oh, and look, my other sister Jenna is coming in the driveway. Perfect timing. Okay, and this is my other sister Jenna. She's Lindsay's twin. Hi. Yeah, she's not making ears today, unfortunately, but she's just made a surprise appearance. So Lindsay got her sewing machine going, and we're all good now with that. So we'll get going in just a second. But we found these patterns online, and I'll put a link in the description for this video to where I got them and the template for that. But we have the one for the actual ears for the fabric. We have the ones for the sewing, which tells you like where at on the ear to sew. And then we have the foam fabric for what goes inside the ear. So just wanted to show you all that too. So I've been cutting out. We don't have fabric chalk, and we don't have a runner apparently, and so we're just doing it the janky way, and we're just pinning the template on here and cutting around. So here's my one. I have 3 more to do in this fabric, and then all 4 in that fabric. And then Lindsay over here is making the foam cutouts. Alright, so we have our cutouts for our ears. There's the underneath fabric and the top fabric, and then we got our cutouts for the foam. They're not the best looking, but I think they'll do. And then Lindsay got hers all cut out too, and she's going to start sewing hers, so we'll see how it works out. Alright, so update, we suck at using the sewing machine because we can't get it to cooperate, and our ears turned out lopsided. It's flat right here and round right here. So I'm taking apart the ears that were sewn with the machine, and Lindsay over here is hand sewing them because I think it might work out a little bit better. So we'll keep you updated, I suppose. Okay everyone, so today's a new day. We had to take a little break from filming everything. We kind of went through a process while here and there while we were gone and not filming, and so basically just to recap on what we've done.
So what we did was we both have our sequin fabric, and then we have our solid fabric, and we just put a few dabs of hot glue on there to make sure they stuck together before we hand stitched them. So we turned them inside out, did a straight stitch all the way around them. Someone feels left out.
Oliver had to have a little solo.
And then we put our foam. We have 1-inch foam. I stuck that in there, and then it was kind of flimsy, so I didn't really like how that was like that. And so I took wire cutters and a hanger and cut open a piece of wire and molded it and put it in there. And then I still had some loose fabric, so we stuffed some cotton rounds in there, or some cotton balls. And Rena did the same thing without the wire, and she decided she wanted to stitch hers together, which might be smart. I'm not sure what I want to do yet because mine seem pretty flat to hold a lot of glue to stick on there. So we'll see which one works best, but that's where we're at.
Yeah, so I didn't do the wire either with mine, so mine are pretty soft, but I kind of liked how this felt better. Hers are kind of hard, actually a lot harder to do than we were expecting to get it to be round enough to not be jagged inside the ear. So yeah, I didn't mess with that. I just sewed mine. We hand stitched ours also. I kind of skipped that part of the video as well because I hand stitched mine on one day, she hand stitched hers on another day. It wasn't very practical. Yeah, so tonight is the night we're gonna finish. We're gonna do our bows and hopefully have some really cute ears. This is also very off topic, but I just want to show you Lindsay's watch that she wears to work. It's Disney themed, so I figured it was fitting. And it does something. Take it from me. Okay, so now Lindsay is ironing her bow. So she's got her fabric up here for the big fabric for her bigger part of the bow. And then she's got her small fabric for the smaller part of the bow. And so she's just ironing them out to make sure.
So to make our bows, we took our piece of fabric and then folded it like a letter. So one flap up and the other flap up. And then did the reverse hamburger style. So they overlap just a smidge in there. And then I ironed mine so that my edges are nice and crisp. And I did it on both of them.
Okay, so Lindsay did all hers and now she's working on my bow because I'm filming, so I can't do anything really. And she's a cheerleader, so she knows how to make bows.
I'm using a cheerleading hack. I'll show you in a second. Now we're just going to fold it so it has creases in it. Make the bow really cute. We're going to pick a tough fabric to work with.
Yes, let's just say satin fabric is not a good fabric to work with.
That's alright. And now I have it folded fan style. I'm going to fold it in half to see where the middle's at, which is right where my thumb is. And that cheerleading hack I was talking about, I always save these twist ties from like baggies and whatnot, and like bread. And instead of having to fumble and put that piece of fabric right there, I always like to put the twist tie down first and then cut the ends off of it. That way it's really tight and you don't have to worry about stressing over getting it centered and everything when it's permanent with the fabric. So now that's in the middle.
Yay.
There's that.
And so there's our first little bow.
We'll just have to glue that back in there. That one's set.
Alright, we're over here gluing our ears now. The Bachelorette's playing in the background, so I apologize. But
I'm literally putting as much glue I can on these bad boys to get them started.
she's got one there, but she's gonna reinforce it. So what we also did was, here I'll show you on mine. We actually measured the headband. It was 15 inches around, so we found the middle point, which was this little notch. I screwed it up the first time, but it's 7.5. And then we measured at 1 inch each way from that point. And so those two notches right there are where the ears are gonna go. So Lindsay's got her two on right now.
So I just put all that glue in the middle on that foamy piece and then stuck them on here. And now I'm gonna fill, I've got glue on my hands, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna fill in here with glue and squeeze it in and down at the same time. I did on this one.
Slowly but surely. And we actually have our bows made. Lindsay's got hers here tied together already. I don't have mine done yet, but so there's her bow, and here's my one bow with my other bow, and they're gonna look like that. And we have to cut the center fabric. Mine's not on there yet, but that's what it'll look like. We'll go in between. Lindsay made her bow way too big.
I wish I didn't take it out. It was like covering the ears.
It was like almost to the end of the ears, and so yeah, so she's got her bowless ears. Look at me. Oh, so
They
cute.
centered.
Yeah. Okay, real quick, I just wanted to show you guys. I decided to wrap my headband in the sequins, so I cut out little strips of fabric, and I'm just kind of wrapping it, kind of like how the headband already is. I'm just wrapping my fabric around it. And Lindsay's got her bow on, I think. Do you have your bow on?
Just about. I'm wrapping. So I just cut off the rest of the twist ties, put some glue on the side of the bow, stuck it on there, and then I'm taking my middle piece and wrapping it around. And
alright, so I got my headband done. It's all glittery. Alright, ears have been glued on. My headband. This one makes me kind of nervous, or maybe it's this one. Never mind. It firmed up. I was scared that it might fall off. And then we got my bow here. Alright, and here's our finished product. There's mine and Lindsay's. She added this little sequin thing here, and it looks super cute. So yeah, we're excited to be wearing them. Okay everyone, we have our ears finished. So we had a little mishap, a couple little mishaps with the hot glue gun, but we're back. Lindsay's cute. I need to work on my bow a little bit more, but so yay, ears are done. Would you do it again?
now that we know what we're doing, probably
It was a long process though.
a learning experience.
But it could be easier now that we know what we're doing. It took us about 3 or 4 weeks to get this done. So, yeah. Well, thanks for watching, guys.